treat you like in my last cigarette. I'ma 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 treat you like
Hope it don't end the
in my last
same
cigarette.
way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like in my last cigarette.
About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like in my last cigarette.
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like in my last cigarette.
About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like in my last cigarette. 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 I'ma treat you like
Hope it don't end the
in my last
same
cigarette.
way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you like in my last cigarette.
We are back and black in the building.
Hope it don't end the same way.
Shout out to everybody out there. You already know what I'm gonna say. Did Jesus come back? Oh man, I think Jesus was alive last night. Prime time. The Deion Shuffle. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to all the people that's out there, man, that's handling business at the Core Plantation today. If you got work today, hey, man, get that money. Get your paper, cuz. You know what I'm saying? We got to do what we got to do. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my people out there, man. Hey, I love that this podcast is underground. Hey, I don't ever be sharing this shit. So when the channel grow and I see new subscribers, I be like, damn, I wonder who told them, because this podcast is not for everybody. We're not finna be having no trumped up drama. I'm not finna be on here just using this platform to cause bullshit. So shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to the homegirl Erica and Shawnee. Oh man, shout out to everybody out there, man. If I'm blinking or forgetting your name, shout out to James Youngblood and Dave for No Compromise. Man, we definitely got to do a live. We got so many lives we got to do. I think I got this internet shit finally under control where it ain't bullshitting. So we gonna get into it, man. Today the hate is real. We gonna talk about Coach Prime, not Deion Sanders, but Coach Prime as in prime time. The Deion Shuffle in this motherfucker. Man, we got a great discussion, man. Let's get into it. Oh man. For all y'all that's not out there, man. And you know what? I was looking at properties and shit out there in Colorado too. So that's why I'm like, damn, should have moved out there. Deion got it popping. I'm pretty sure people's real estate didn't went up at least 100 racks. Man, they did this little interview, man, with so many white people like, oh my God, Deion Sanders is here, Coach Prime is here. He's done so much for the city. Look, let me tell you something. For all y'all coaches that's out there hating on Deion Primetime Sanders, you mad because you ain't got it and you ain't gonna get it. And that's all it is. That black coach last night said some sucker shit talking about, man, my mother taught me respect to take your hat off, your glass off when you're talking to people. As if Deion's mama didn't teach him no respect. And that's why Deion had his mama in the coach's locker room talking about, yeah, I taught my son respect. I taught my son to kick ass too. Shout out to Mama Sanders. Man, I'm so proud. Man, look, I don't even really watch college football like that no more. But I'm watching it now. Because prime time. That's the Deion Shuffle. Come on, man. And he got both his sons there. Oh, my God. Look, let me tell y'all something. You know I'm so proud? Because Deion Sanders is a foundational black American, if I'm not mistaken. And that's slave breeding in that melanin. See, that's why he's the greatest athlete ever. I don't give a fuck. No, better than Jordan, Kobe, I'm talking about athleticism. Greatest athlete ever. He played football and baseball. Sorry, stop. Greatest athlete ever. You don't get no better than prime time. Must be the money that keep me looking good. Must be the money. This nigga recorded the album and everything. Stop. And you know what it is? Niggas know that Deion was a god in football. It's prime time. What kids are... Look, let me tell you. These kids don't even really know who's coaching them. They probably just think, oh, it's Deion Sanders and he was good at football. No, this nigga was literally a god, a titan. He was a fucking god in football and in baseball. He played 2 sports simultaneously. And that's why I said these kids don't even really know who Deion is. You know what I mean? But the dominant society knows who Deion is. That's why that football game last night was sold the fuck out. Sold the fuck out. Because it's prime time. And that other coach is going to say that slick shit. And I looked at him. Before I knew he said that, I said, oh, that must be a brother. A Sambo is what we like to call him. Why you even need to come out and say that sucker shit? Because a lot of niggas hate you because they ain't you. And what y'all are seeing is greatness. And you seeing people, hey, oh, well, he should have left Jackson State. Man, Jackson State didn't want to pay no fucking money. Nigga, pay him. Shit. Black folk need to get off this one shit for free. Like I said, man, me and David and James Youngblood, we done had conversations about that shit. Niggas need to get off that bullshit. You always want shit for free. You always want a nigga to do shit for free. Man, but you'll go get Louis Vuitton and Gucci and Fendi and all this other sucker shit. You go pay that all day. But when it comes to nigga shit, oh man, I want it for free. This is what I love about talking about this subject matter today, is because Deion tried the black route. He went to HBCU. He had Jackson State popping. They stealing from him, not paying him. So nigga, it's time to move the fuck on. So we gonna go to Colorado and get it popping. And he has it popping. And what I love about it is you see so many people just hating. But the more you hate, the more energy you giving him. So thank you. Because you need you a hater. And you like, well, why you talk about this subject matter? I said, the reason why I wanted to talk about this today, because look at how black folk have the will of the people. Deion Sanders ain't played no fucking football and I don't know how long. But it's fucking prime time. That's Deion fucking Sanders. I really don't think people understand what he has done. It's the greatest athlete ever. And people looking around like, well, what, nigga, he got it popping. Shit, I was looking at moving to motherfucking Colorado, and I was like, damn, and I thought about it too before he went there, before he announced it. I was like, damn, that might be a cool little city, you know, to stay in, either Boulder or Denver, whatever. This nigga out there, I bet you that real estate is fucking sky high now. I bet you can't get no fucking crib for under $300,000-$400,000. Man, and I'm not mad. One man does. You know why? Because of that great melanin. That's why. And we got to understand that. You know, those are just things that we have to understand, because I don't think we realize how great we are. What did Dr. Claude Anderson say about us? We are a special people. We're a special people. Let's see if he's foundational. Yeah, he's from Florida. Let's see it. 97, Fort Myers, Florida, to Connie Sanders. His parents divorced when Sanders was 2 years old. Sanders was raised by his mother and her new husband, Willie Knight. Well, Sanders credits, okay. Okay, yeah. Because I'm looking. Yeah, he's from Florida. What is his? Because I want to make sure he's foundational. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Because I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to misquote. You know what I'm saying? So I'm finna, okay, let's see. What? Oh, hold on. What is Deion Hold on, y'all. Racial background. Let's see what they say. Let's see. Okay. Foundational Black American. That's all. I just wanted to that. And you like Warren White? Look, I'm gonna break it down, Davey. I'm breaking down James Youngblood. Just hold on. You know what? Look, I think y'all know what I'm getting at. When you look at Prime Time, you look at Shador, you look at his sons. Y'all know what y'all seeing? See, this is what happens when you slave breed. You are breeding the top tier melanin to produce the top tier melanin. This is what happens when you breed. It's like breeding Rottweilers. If I go get me a Rottweiler from Serbia and I go get me one from Germany and they got a big block head and wrinkles and all that, what are they gonna produce? Big block heads, big back block bodies. It's gonna look like they're on steroids, but they're just naturally those XY chromosomes. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you ain't gonna get it because you ain't got it. Primetime has the natural melanin that is in his body that he passed down his DNA to his black children, and that's exactly why they're gonna be stars. See, people ain't really watched Deion. I watched Deion. Nigga, I was a teenager growing up watching Deion, and I used to think that it wasn't even real what he was doing. Him and Barry Sanders and Bo Jackson and all them. But I just used to, it almost seemed like a video game. It didn't even seem real. Some of the shit that he was doing, it seemed so unreal that he would do it with a smile. Oh, matter of fact, that side earring that you see everybody wearing in this generation, that long earring, that's a Neon Deion Primetime earring. He started wearing that in the 90s. Y'all late. So Deion is responsible for a lot of stuff. But when you slave breed, those XY chromosomes and that melanin gets passed down. And that's irreplaceable. And that's the thing that we got to understand, man. When we are a special people. Like I said, this brother ain't played football I don't know how long. But when he goes to a school, it's prime time. They got prime time sweaters. You know how much money that college is making off of Deion? Because Deion Sanders is one of the greatest athletes ever. Ever. Find me another athlete that's more gifted than Deion and can play two sports in the same season. Stop. Only Bo Jackson did it, and Bo Jackson got hurt. Deion didn't get hurt. See, let me tell you something about the dominant society. See, they know. Let me break this down real quick. They know who we are. They know we're the gods among men. They know when we put our hearts and minds and focus towards something, we can do anything. They know that. They know when that melanin is turned on. Oh, shit. Let me get out the way. But they also know they can throw distractions at us. That's why that coach said what he said. Oh, well, my mom taught me. That's why Deion had Mama Sanders in that damn locker room and said, I raised my son right, and I raised my son to kick ass too. And it was a very good game. Tickets sold out. That stadium was fucking packed. And I love it. You like, why you love that, Warren? Because it's prime time. Prime time is bringing back the focus of black athletes, man. Prime time is making sure athletes, especially black athletes, are getting supported the right way. And they're not just looked at, they're not just a number. He really cares for these kids. And he get a chance to coach his sons. A father-son moment is very pivotal in a teenage kid's life and a young adult's life. Yeah, we all didn't have it. I didn't have it, but you know what? It makes me feel good to watch it and see it. And it lets me know that it is possible. That's why I'm like, man, it was just, I don't even watch college football like that, but I watched that shit. You said, why you watching, Warren? Because it was great. It was great. It's great to watch. It was great to watch Deion. It was great to watch his team. You know, you see the camaraderie. You see how they fuck with each other. It's prime time, man. And that's what we need to start focusing on. How could we emulate some of the greatness of prime time? I'm not saying be an athlete. I'm just saying he has natural charisma. he magnetizes. His magnetism is so great and so powerful and so strong. It's almost unreal. You would think you was watching an NFL game with so many motherfuckers there. That's all everybody was talking about. I didn't watch college football like that. Niggas is gonna start watching. Let me tell you what's about to happen too. The NFL is gonna be offering him shit because this is gonna take away from the ratings of the NFL. How you say that, Warren? It's prime time. Like, y'all don't understand. And y'all don't understand, as many as people love him, there's so many motherfuckers that hate him. And I found it awfully disrespectful that other black coach would say, well, my mother raised... Didn't nobody ask you about your mama, nigga? The fuck is you talking about? So it just shows me that there's no limit to what we can do. It shows me, as Dr. Claude Anderson teaches, we are a special people. And it shows me that when we put our mind to it, we can do it. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. The Powers of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. Thoughts are things. You gotta go read these books and pay attention and watch what's going on. And motherfuckers talk, oh, well, Deion shouldn't have let Jackson stay. I'm glad he left. If you're stealing from him and you don't want to pay him, this is business. Why is it motherfuckers? So if you stand at a job and they treat you like shit and another job comes along and is going to offer you more money and ain't going to treat you like shit, you not going to take it? You going to stay working with black folk and they treating you like shit? Stop with the bullshit. Everybody wants you to suffer, but they not going to suffer. You see what I'm saying? Like when Kanye West was going on his rant. Yeah, Kanye West, nigga, you're not finna do that at your job. You're not finna go into your job and stand on the fucking desk and tell everybody fuck you. And you're not finna do that. But you want Kanye West to do that shit though and jump out the window. I don't believe in that. I believe in free speech, but I believe in discernment. And I believe in making better decisions for you and your people. And when you're in the limelight, you have to understand that you're still gonna be put as the example. And I'm glad that Deion left because that shows us about business. Remember, this is business at the end of the day. It's not personal. You know what I mean? And when you're conducting business, you got to conduct business in decency and in order. I see so many people, you know, comment on that. And how could he do that and all that stuff? And it's like, this ain't about you. You got to get paid for your services. Don't you want to get paid for your services? I was having this conversation, you know what I mean? I don't want to get to the details, but I was just talking about, it was so funny, man. I was just talking about, you know, the CMOS and shit like that. And I'm having an intense conversation with David and James Youngblood. A very intense conversation about how we need to start treating black businesses. And the reason why is because when I was having this conversation, I was talking about just my endeavors in the CMOS industry and, you know, trying to be a business owner and have your LLC and all that. And you know, Dame Dash is right. You spend so much money and everybody wants something for free. And I'm not talking about in the contents of they don't want to pay it. I'm talking about in the contents of they want to lowball you. You know what I mean? Like, we have to get out of this mentality that when we support a black business, we're doing them a favor. No, if you've read Dr. Claude Anderson's Black Labor White Wealth, it's called Recycling Black Dollars. If you read Powernomics, it's called Recycling Black Dollars. I watch Latinos push their cards, sell tamales and chips and dip, and they always get support. Always, 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 with no fucking problem. I don't see people window shopping and looking at him upside his head like they don't give a fuck if he got rats in the goddamn little push cart. They're gonna still support it. The dominant society, the Jewish community, they're gonna support each other. The Chinamen, I already did that video, the YouTube video, and uploaded it where I rode from Spring Mountain and Valley View all the way to Spring Mountain and Jones. That's all of Chinatown. Drove through the market and seen all these people supporting Asian businesses with no fucking problem. But when it comes to black folk, they want to question you to death. Or they want to find something wrong with what you're selling. Or they want the nigga discount. And all this sucker shit. And don't think that ain't happened to me. You know what I mean? I've had people, man, y'all don't even know. I don't even talk about that much. I've had people, I didn't always support their businesses. Always, no problem. I had people like, hey man, I'm making CMOS, man, check it out. Man, for just give them a little sample. Oh man, I found some things that was bad on it. And then I look at the conditions that they're in, and I'm like, and that's why you're in those conditions. Because you don't want to see black folk win. You don't want to see black folk have it. You just, as long as you keep getting, and that's okay. That doesn't bother me because it was a lesson well learned. And then black folk will turn around and shit on you when you start peddling your businesses to the Latino community, the Asian community, the dominant society. Then it's like, oh, well, shit, you gotta stay black. No, nigga, this is business. And that's why Deion Sanders was like, I'm not gonna stay at no HBCU and get fucked over and niggas stealing my shit and talking shit. Y'all not paying me. No, nigga, I'm gonna go where I don't have that headache. This is called business. And in business, we have to use what's called discernment. And that's what I've learned. That's why, when you see my shit now, I'm quick. Oh, I'm finna come out with a whole nother business model. Coming soon near you. Y'all gonna see. 2024 is on. Motherfuckers gonna be like, damn, this nigga. Yup. Because one thing that I've learned about us, black folk a lot of the times, and this is people in general, we pay for the things that we want, but we beg for the things that we need. Right? And then we don't want to recycle black dollars. As soon as we get our money, we gonna spend it with other people. That's not me. When I get my money, I'm on Dr. Russell Herbs, russellherbs.com, getting me herbs to help my body. I'm on Tahuti Ma'ara. Buy herbs. Watch, one day I'm going to show y'all my cabinet. Watch, y'all going to be like, damn. Yes, nigga. I remember I used to do that, where I would tell books and where I would spend my money. Man, nigga can't tell me shit about recycling black dollars. I recycle my black dollars damn near every time I get a little bit of check. My question to everybody else is, are you recycling black dollars? When David is posting his pictures, are you trying to get some type of motherfucking discount? Shout out to my peoples, my family that supported them. Shout out to my peoples, my family, my cousin, my sister supporting David for No Compromise. I'm just talking about niggas in general. Niggas in general come across David's painting. You know what I'm saying? But let it be a white motherfucker. They'll overpay for that shit. And that's the shit that I'm sick of and I'm tired of. And this is some of the experiences that I've had. Straight up, I just don't talk about it on my podcast because it doesn't really bother me because that's to be expected. Now, let me tell you something. I'm going to break this down. I remember when I first started selling CMOS before I even made it a business, my Guatemalan homeboy was the main motherfucker that was like, dude, you should turn this into a business. This shit is really healthy. It's helped me out a lot. And he kept supporting it. Kept supporting it. Telling other Latinos to support it. No problem. White people supporting it. A couple of black folks will support it now and then. See, this is the shit I didn't tell motherfuckers. I'm not talking about my family, and I know if I was to tell David or James Youngblood, them niggas support it. That, not them. They're excluded. They ain't never. Those are my extended family. They don't count. I'm not even talking about them. I'm not talking about Shawnee. I'm not talking about Erica. Erica supported it too. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about people, with the exclusion of my family, people that I have met in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I'm talking about black folk. Y'all niggas will be like, damn. That's some. And you know why I'm talking about it now? Because I've moved past it and I was able to process it and it didn't really bother me. That's why when I was having this conversation and the person I was having with was in shock. They was like, damn, I didn't know that, man. I'm like, oh, man. I remember one nigga I know. I've known this nigga since 2003. I ain't gonna put him out there like that. 2003. He's a business owner. He's an entrepreneur. Support him all the time. I ain't gonna put him out there like this. This ain't about calling out names. Support him, overpay him, tip, everything, right? As soon as I come with the motherfucking CMOS, this motherfucker go out of his way to find shit wrong with it. You know what I said? I said, so Dr. Sebi is wrong then for doing a CMOS diet. So he was just wrong, right? So everybody has a different reaction to CMOS. I'm like, oh, so my homeboy that's Guatemalan that's been taking it has told me, and I don't want to put his business out there, but he told me, the nigga told me, he said he about to have another baby because nigga, he up all night because it's go time. You know what I mean? Because it's a natural sexual stimulant as well for brothers. You know, for men. That's why Dr. Sebi was having all them kids later on in life, right? And I've heard several people that I've sold it to tell me that. It does different things for women. You know what I'm saying? But for men, I know what it do for men. You ain't got to go get no Viagra. Take you some motherfucking sea moss. And if it's the real deal and it's potent, oh, you gonna be at go time. But this man telling me all the fucked up shit that he done found, but I was laughing my ass. I couldn't do nothing but laugh, and I still supported his business. But you know what I did? I took a step back and looked at who he was and what he's accomplished, and I said, oh, well, no wonder. You can't see past your own reasoning. It's all good. That don't bother me at all. I want my black folk to be successful, whether they support me or not. Oh, yeah, I went through that. Then I went through this sister. You know, I ain't gonna put her business out there, but this sister, and I'm gonna say it one more time, I did not appreciate that shit. Don't be fucking calling me on the phone, wasting my fucking time, and bugging me on my day off. Talking about you need a CMOS vendor, and then you find somebody else and tell me a week and a half later. We don't even conduct business right. And then you wanna reach back out to me again talking about, could I have a pint of CMOS and I need it by this time? You don't dictate the pace of when I do my shit. Who the fuck are you? I don't give a fuck about you having a brick and mortar. Brick and mortars are dated. You know why they're dated? It's called Amazon Prime. It's called e-commerce, motherfucker. Brick and mortars don't make no money. Why you think in a mall you always see businesses closing down? Because the booth rent is so goddamn high and ain't nobody coming in there unless you have something that's significant that people want to buy, like paintings from my James Youngblood. Not James Youngblood, but my brother David from No Compromise. That brother paints. Sometimes that stuff you don't want to just buy over the internet. Sometimes you want to go in there and see it. You want to go in there and look at it and touch it and feel it. That's what you need a brick and mortar for. But I just didn't like her approach, and I basically was like, I sent her the template of how much it costs and when it'll be ready. And the bitch never fucking got back at me. And I was like, bitch, fuck you mentally, because you're playing a game and you think what you got going on is better than the next person. And I'm very humble and I'm always a biggest cheerleader for other people's businesses. But what I will not do is play the bullshit game and be messy and phony and fake. And I ain't into all that. That's the case. And that's what I said. If that's the case, I just go deal with white folk. I don't need to fucking deal with, I don't need that bullshit from my own people. And you know what I thought about that sister? She ain't got no intrinsic value, because if she did, she wouldn't waste another brother's time. And she would respect her brother's time and respect that he is respectful of her time. You know what I mean? So that's why I couldn't wait to do this podcast. And I know I went over, and the reason why I did go over is because I'm trying to use the parallel of, like, and there's other businesses. I remember Dave from No Compromise. He did an IG live with these two sisters. I speak about them all the time. I got their glasses. They got very good business acumen. Very good business acumen. And they were very nice and soft-hearted when they were talking about the challenges and woes of dealing with our people when you are a black business owner. Well, guess what, sisters? And David, send it to them. I got love for both of those sisters. I said for you, niggas need to stop bullshitting and stop not having intrinsic value in their motherfucking self and want to see other black people win. Meaning, even if that black person has more than you, you still want to see them win. Because you want the next person to come in behind you to see you fucking win. Man, I've been in situations and worked around people that didn't have 10 times more than me. To the point where they would be throwing it in my face. I still was excited for them and still showed them love and still wanted them to win. Warren is not no fucking hater. I want you to win. But what I won't do is play games with you, and I possess intrinsic value. Matter of fact, y'all don't fucking believe me. Whoever's listening, reach out to David from No Compromise and ask him about Warren. I talk with my motherfucking money. I don't play no bullshit games with people. That's not what I do. I remember my sister was making these pies, right? And I told her to turn it into a business. You know what I mean? And hopefully, eventually, she will turn into a business. I know, you know, it's a family recipe, and I get that, but fuck all that. Motherfucking pies is good. And, you know, that's my sister. She's like, oh, man, here you go. I still support it. It's a black business. Even if you don't see it right now, I see it for you. Still put some money in her hand. That's what you're supposed to do. The fuck, man? Like, I don't get people, man. Like, I be tripping. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Oh, well, that's my sister. I'm going to just eat the pies for free. No, nigga. How am I gonna expect somebody to make me some pies for free, but then I want my CMOS business to grow? That's why I recycle my black dollars and do what the fuck I need to do. And that's why I'm happy that Deion went to a place where he was comfortable, his kids are comfortable, and he's not being underpaid for his services. Sorry, them HBCUs, y'all got it. You better reach out to fucking Robert Smith or Bob Johnson. Y'all know who to reach out to. Y'all got alumni that got money and got paper. Y'all just didn't want to pay that nigga because y'all feel like, well, he a nigga, he's supposed to just do it just on the strength. No, he ain't supposed to do it just on the strength. It's called intrinsic value. He's got value in himself, so he don't need to deal with this shit. And I am the same way. That's why I'm like, no, you come around me, ask me for CMOS. If you're not a long-standing customer and I ain't fuck with you in a long time, no, nigga, I'm going to charge you. And that's it. Or don't fucking buy it. That's why I told the motherfucker that was like, I said, man, you ain't got to buy that shit. I ain't tripping. I'm going to be all right irregardless of what you got going on. And he just kind of kept quiet. And I still paid him and I wasn't tripping. You know why I wasn't tripping? Because watch when niggas start getting sick. Watch when niggas start not feeling good. Watch when all these ailments start attacking your body. Then you gonna wish you had some CMOS in your life. Hey, nigga, this is about intrinsic value, recycling black dollars, being happy for Deion Sanders, and that he is making a name for himself and for his children. And let's look at how much intrinsic value he had in himself to say, I'm worth more. Certain people might disagree and say, nah, he should have stayed. Me personally, hey, man, you have to do what makes you happy, but you always got to possess intrinsic value and who you are. Hey, man, that's my time. I'm done. Guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.
In my last cigarette, I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette, I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette, I'ma treat you like.
Hope it don't end.